Namaste children, welcome to today's class. So in the previous class, I have introduced the topic of direct proportion and inverse proportion, and we have discussed the conditions under which direct proportion we can find and how to solve the problems related to that. So today we will continue the same concept of direct proportion. So two more sums from exercise number 13.1. Question number 7 and 10 we will discuss now. Question number 7. Suppose 2 kgs of sugar contains 9 into 10 to the power of 6 crystals. So as we know, sugar is in the form of crystals. So 2 kgs of sugar, it contains 9 into 10 to the power of 16 crystals. How many sugar crystals are there in 5 kgs of sugar and 1.2 kgs of sugar? So here, will it be 5 kgs will be more than 9 into 10 to the power of 6 crystals, or it is less? Yes, it is more. As the quantity increases, the number of crystals also increases. Hence, it is in the direct proportion. So write the table. It is weight of sugar in kgs. Weight of sugar in kgs and number of crystals. Number of crystals. Yes. So it is given 2 kgs of sugar. 2 kgs of sugar. How many crystals are there in 2 kgs of sugar? Yes, it is 2 kgs 9 into 10 to the power of 6. Next we have to find how many crystals are there in 5 kgs of sugar. This we don't know. And 1.2 kgs of sugar, how many crystals are there? Yes, these values represent x values. So it is x1, x2, x3. And these values represent y1, y2 and y3. Let this is y2 and it is y3. y2 represents number of crystals in 5 kgs of sugar. y3 represents number of crystals in 1.2 kgs of sugar. As this condition is in direct proportion, so the formula is x1 by y1 is equals to x2 by y2. Now substitute those values. x1 is 2 divided by y1 it is 9 into 10 to the power of 6 is equals to 5 divided by y2. Now by cross multiplication, 2 into y2 is equals to 5 into 9 into 10 to the power of 6 into 10 to the power of 6 crystals. Now y2 is equals to 2 here is multiplied, therefore we transpose to RHS and divides. That is 5 into 9 into 10 to the power of 6 divided by 2. Now go for cancellation. 2 ones are 2 and it is 2 fours are 8. 9 minus 8 is 1. Key point, bring 0, 10, 2 5s are 10. Now multiply this. So how much we get? y2 is equals to 5 into 5, 25. 5 4s are 20 plus 2 it is 22. So keep decimal point after 1 does we get 22.5 into 10 to the power of 6 crystals. But when we write this in the standard form, we get 2.25 into 10 to the power of 7 crystals. So how many crystals are there in 5 kgs of sugar? It is 2.25 into 10 to the power of 7 crystals. Next, see the second case. Here we have the second case. If the weight of the sugar is 1.2 kgs, now x1 by y1 is 2 divided by 9 into 10 to the power of 6. That is equals to x2 by y2. Here x2 it is 1.2 divided by y2 it is y3. Now by cross multiplication, 2 into y3 that is equals to 1.2 into 9 into 10 to the power of 6. Now 2 transpose to RHS, we get y3 is equals to 1.2 into 9 into 10 to the power of 6 divided by 2. Now 2 ones are 2, 2 zeros are 0, 1 minus 0 it is 1. Key point, bring to 12, 2 6 are 12. Now multiply. So how much we get? 9 into 6, 9 6 are 54. 9 zeros are 0 plus 5 it is 5. 5.4 into 10 to the power of 6 crystals are there in 1.2 cases. So 5 kgs of sugar, how many crystals are there? 5 kgs it is 2.25 into 10 to the power of 7 crystals are there in 5 kgs. Now 1.2 kgs, how many crystals are there? It is 5.4 into 10 to the power of 6 crystals are there in 1.2 kgs of sugar. Like this we can find. Now see the 10th question. A loaded truck travels 14 kilometers in 25 minutes. So how much distance will it cover in 25 minutes? Just 14 kilometers. If speed remains the same, means it is moving with uniform speed. If the speed remains same, how far can it travel in 5 hours? In 5 hours, will it travel more than 14 kilometers or less than 14 kilometers? Yes, it is more than 14 kilometers. Means it is in the direct proportion. 25 minutes, 5 hours. Two different units are there. Convert 5 hours to minutes. We know 1 hour is equals to how many minutes? 60 minutes. So 5 hours is equals to how much? 300 minutes. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Now 5 hours is equals to how much it is? 5 into 60 it is 300 minutes. Now time we got both in same units minutes. Now it is distance traveled. Distance traveled in kilometers and it is time in minutes. Time in it is in minutes. So let these values are y and these values are x. So write form a table and we can find its value. Yes, it is. So first, how much 14 kilometers, how much time it is taking? 25 minutes. Now in 300 minutes, 5 hours means 300 minutes. How much distance will it travel? Again, y value is y1, y2. X value is x1 and x2. Let x2 is the distance traveled by truck in 5 hours. Therefore, it is in direct proportion. x1 by y1 is equals to x2 by y2. That is, x1 is equals to 14 divided by y1 is equals to 25. That is equals to x2 divided by y2 it is 300. Now by cross multiplication what we get? x2 into 25 that is equals to 14 into 300. So as x2 we have to find transpose 25 to RHS. So it divides, hence we get 14 into 300 divided by 25. 5 5s are 25, 5 6s are 30, 5 zeros are 0. Again 5 1s are 5, 5 1s are 5, 6 minus 5, 1 and bring 0, 10, 5 2s are 10. Now what we get? x2 is equals to 14 into 12, 12 4s are 48, 4 is there, 12 1s are 12 plus 4, 16, 168. Therefore 168 kilometers distance can be covered or traveled in 5 hours. In how many hours? 5 hours. It can cover or it can travel a distance of 168 kilometers. So this is about the direct proportion. Now we will discuss situations which are there in inverse proportion and finding the values of those situations in exercise number 13.2. See, now there are some situations. For example, the speed of the car, or you are moving on a bike or a car with certain speed and you wanted to reach your destination. If you move with 50 km per hour speed of the vehicle, speed of the vehicle and time. So if you move with 50 kilometer per hour speed, you can reach your destination in 5 hours. In 5 hours. If the speed of the vehicle is increased to 60 kilometer per hour, then will you take more than 5 hours or less than 5 hours? Yes, it is less than 5 hours. It may be around 4 hours approximately. It may be 4 hours. That is less than 5 hours. See here, as the speed increases, but time is not increasing, it is decreasing. The first quantity is increasing, the second quantity is decreasing. See one more example. So number of workers required to complete one work and time taken. Number of workers required to complete a work. If 20 workers are there, they can complete the work in 10 days. If 40 workers are there, in how many days will they complete that same work? Will it be more than 10 days or less than 10 days? Exactly, it is less than 10 days. It is less than 10 days. Means again the number of workers are increasing. The time required to complete the work is decreasing. One quantity increases means the other quantity decreases. Now you see here. So there is a hostel. In that hostel, students are there. Some students are there, and they require the food items. So that items is there, food items. If in that hostel 50 students are there, and the food which is there, it is sufficient for them. Food for number of days. Food required for number of days. So that food they can, it is sufficient for them for 10 days. The food which is there, it is sufficient for 50 students for 10 days. If the students in the hostel, it is just 30 students are there, not 50. Students are decreased. Now the same food is sufficient for 30 students. Will it be more than 10 days or less than 10 days? Definitely it will be more than 10 days. As the number of students are reduced, so the number of days will be more. The food which is sufficient for them, it will be more. So this is one more case. As the land, that is the number of people surviving in a country. As the country population increases, the country how much they are surviving, that is the land will decreases. The land is decreases. If 10 lakhs are there, they will get some amount of land. If 20 lakhs of people are there, so definitely the land how much each person gets is reduced. In all these cases, we found that if one quantity increases, other quantity decreases. One quantity increases, other quantity decreases. If the quantity increases or decreases, the other quantity increases. This situation is known as inverse proportion. If one quantity increases, means the other quantity also that is decreases. If the first quantity decreases, second quantity increases, that is known as inverse proportion. See, what is inverse proportion? Let two quantities x and y are said to be in inverse proportion. If an increase in x, that is the first quantity, an increase in x causes a proportional decrease in y. X increases means y decreases, and vice versa. Vice versa in the sense, if x decreases, then y increases. First quantity increases means second quantity decreases. First quantity decreases means the second quantity increases. In such a manner, how it is proportional? That the product of their corresponding values remains constant. That is x and y, product of x and y. That is their values is x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, x4, y4. Their product is same. That is a constant. It remains a constant. That is, if x k. In the direct proportion we got x divided by y is equals to k. There the ratios are same. Here the products are same. xy is equal to k. Then x and y are said to vary inversely. Vary means changes. They changes inversely. Inverse in the sense x increases means y decreases. If x decreases means y increases. Then in this case, if y1 and y2 are the values of y corresponding to the values x1 and x2 of x respectively, then x1 into y1 is equals to x2 into y2, or x1 by x2 is equals to y2 by y1. So you can use either this identity or this identity. From this identity only we got this identity, and we can find the unknown values in the inverse proportion. Now let us see some examples. Now see here example. 6 pipes are required to fill a tank in 1 hour 20 minutes. So 6 pipes can fill a tank in 1 hour 20 minutes. It means how many minutes? 80 minutes. 1 hour is 60 minutes plus 20, it is 80 minutes. How long will it take? Means how much time will it take? If only 5 pipes are the same type are used, instead of 6 pipes, 5 pipes are used to fill the same tank, and 5 pipes are of same kind of pipes. Will they take more time or less time? Number of pipes are reduced, so definitely it will take more time. More time it will take to fill the tank. So it is in which proportion? Inverse proportion. It is in inverse proportion. So now, yes, frame the table here it is. So number of pipes and time in minutes. Number of pipes and time in minutes. Time in minutes. Yes. So we will take this as x values, and these values we will take them as y values. So 6 pipes in that case, how much time they are taking? 1 hour 20 minutes. It is 80 minutes. 80 minutes. Now number of pipes are 5. How much time will take? x1, y1. So x2, y1, y2, y values. So we have to find y. y2 will give you what? The time required to fill the tank by 5 pipes. So it is in the inverse proportion, therefore it is x1 into y1 is equals to x2 into y2. x1 into y1 is equals to x2 into y2. Now x1 is equal to 6 into y1 is equals to 80. That is equals to x2 into y2. x2 it is 5 into y2. Now y2 we have to find. So to find y2, transpose 5 to our LHS, it divides as here it is multiplying. Therefore we get 6 into 80 divided by 5, that is equals to y2. 5 ones are 5, 5 ones are 5, 8 minus 5, 3 and bring 0, 30, 5 6 are 30. Now 16 into 6, 16 6 are 96, 96 minutes. So how much time will it take to fill the tank? It is the 5 pipes, 96 minutes. Therefore 96 minutes is required to fill the tank, for 5 pipes. Like this we will find the required time to fill the tank. Clear? Now see this one more example. If 15 workers can build a wall in 48 hours, 15 workers they can construct a wall in 48 hours, that is 2 days. How many workers will be required to do the same work in 30 days? So that contractor wanted to complete that work early in short time, 30 hours. So will he require more workers or less workers? Yes, he required more workers. Means it is an inverse proportion. So What is the table? It is number of workers. Number of workers and time required to do the work in hours. Time in hours. Yes. So workers will consider as x values and time will consider as y values, x and y. So here 15 workers, they can finish that work in 48 hours. Now to complete the same work in 30 hours, how many workers we require? Yes, this we have to find. X value is x1 and it is x2. So is y1 and y2. As this condition, this situation is in inverse proportion. So we have the quantity, that's what it is, identity. x1 into y1 is equals to x2 into y2. x1 into y1 is equals to x2 into y2, or even you can use x1 by x2 is equals to y2 by y1. This also you can use. Now we will use this and we will do this problem. So here x1 is equals to what? 15 divided by x2, it is x2 as it is, and y2 is equals to 48 divided by y2 is equals to 30 and y1 is equals to 48. Now by cross multiplication, x2 into 30 is equals to 15 into 48. Now x2 is equals to transpose 30 to RHS, it divides. We get 15 into 48 divided by 30. 15 ones are 15 and 15 twos are, how much it is? 30. 15 twos are 30. Now 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4 and 2 fours are 8, 24. Now x2 is equals to how much we got? 24. What is x2? Number of workers. So here 15 workers will finish in 48 hours. To finish the same work in 30 hours, we require more people. How many workers? It is 24 workers. Therefore, 24 workers are needed. Workers are needed to finish the work in 30 hours. Work in 30 hours. So as the time is decreased, the number of workers is increased. Hence it is in inverse proportion. Now see the exercise number 13.2, the first question. Which of the following are in inverse proportion? 1. What is inverse proportion, children? If one quantity increases means the other quantity decreases and vice versa. See the first situation. The number of workers on a job and the time to complete the job. So here as the number of workers increases, the time will decreases or increases? Yes, it decreases. So it is in inverse proportion. Second situation. The time taken for a journey and the distance travelled in a uniform speed, time and distance covered. So we can cover in 1 hour 50 kilometers. In 2 hours how much we can cover? 100 kilometers. Means as the time increases, the distance also increased. So this is direct proportion. Now the third one. Area of cultivated land and the crop harvested. So as the cultivation of land increases, the crop harvest also increases. Here both are in increasing. Therefore it is in direct proportion. Now fourth situation. The time taken for a fixed journey and the speed of the vehicle. Fixed journey means fixed distance, time taken. The speed, if we move with high speed, we will reach in short period. If we move with less speed, we will take more time to reach the journey, to reach the place. So here, as the time increases, speed decreases. As the time decreases, speed increases. So it is in inverse proportion. Now, the population of a country and the area of land per person. So the population of a country, population increases, but the land per person it decreases because the country land will be fixed. The country land is fixed. Here the population is increasing, but
the land is fixed means each person will get it is decreases. Hence, it is in inverse proportion. Population increases means each person will get less land. Therefore, it is in inverse proportion.
Now, exercise number 13.2, the fourth question. A box of sweets is divided among 24 children. So, a box, it contains sweets. Those sweets are divided among the 24 children. They will get 5 sweets each. So, each child out of 24, each one will get 5 sweets. How many would each get if the number of children is reduced by 4? 4 children are reduced, which is decreased. Total 24 children are there. Everybody is getting 5 sweets. If 4 are reduced, how many children will be there? Reduced means subtraction. 24 minus 4, it is 20. So for 20 children, how many sweets we get each? Will they get more than 5 sweets or less than 5 sweets? Yes, they will get more than 5 sweets. Here the number of children is reduced. Therefore, the sweets is more. Hence, it is in the inverse proportion. Now, here it is number of children and number of sweets. Number of sweets each one will get. So this will represent with y and this will represent with x. So now, yes, here it is. So 24 children are there and each one is getting 5 sweets. Each one is getting 5 sweets. If 4 children are reduced, means 4 are less. So 24 minus 4, it is 20. 20 children, how many sweets each one will get? Yes, this as x1, x2, y1 and it is y2. So y1 and y2. Now as it is in the inverse proportion, we know x1 into y1 is equals to x2 into y2. That is, their products are same. Now x1 is equals to 24 into y1 is equals to 5. That is equals to x2 is equals to 20 and y2 is equals to y2. Now y2 is equals to 24 into 5 divided by 20. Transpose 22. Other side it divides. 5 ones are 5, 5 fours are 20. 4 ones are 4, 4 6 are 24. 6 into 1 it is 6. Therefore, y2 is equal to what? 6. What y2 represents? Number of sweets each person, each child will get if 20 children are there. Therefore, 6 sweets will be given to each child. So 6 sweets will be given to each child, or if 20 children are there, everybody will get 6 sweets. Is it clear, children? So these are some of the situations where we find inverse proportions. Thank you.